Hi, I'm Simon, and here we are at Jamchester 2017, the UK's biggest professional game jam, where we get together in Manchester once a year to create games over 40 hours, over Friday to Sunday period. And the game jam is aimed at professional game developers. So we have people of all sorts of different professional companies, so people that are indie companies and up to big studios with hundreds of people. So this is the team. You're going to have to remind me what you've won now. Innovation and creativity. And you had possibly the shiniest game in the entire competition. It's shiny and more shiny. So let's talk to Greg first. So what was the brief description of the game?
Well, it's a first-person puzzle game where you had to solve a puzzle that was in a security facility. Well, security facility?
Yeah.
Sleep-deprived, sorry. So
a first-person puzzle game.
Yeah.
It reminded me, the look of it reminded me a little bit of Portal.
Yeah.
So that's, pardon me. And you guys, let's have a description of what's your name and what was your job on the team. So, Greg, what was your job on the team?
I did all the decal work and some of the graphical work. Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Jeff. Excuse the pun. So I was the 3D artist, level builder, and a bit of 2D art. So I was a bit of jack of all trades on it.
Yeah, my name is Stoyan, and I was the designer, kind of doing the high-level concept of everything, the puzzles, the universe, and all that stuff, and doing a little bit of the environment, helping out here and there.
And I'm Adam. I was mainly on programming and API work and bits and pieces like that.
Doing the magic.
Yeah, so you only had one programmer and 3 people just like making shiny things. Yeah. So that's quite interesting. Yeah. So a lot of blueprint stuff. So programmer first. So you guys, we had quite a few teams use Unreal this year as well, which was quite interesting. So a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people have sort of expanded the horizons with game engines, which is quite interesting. So how was it making, Unreal's thought of as a big thing, do scary things with Unreal. How was it for making a quick game jam game? How did you find it?
Really easy. I mean, I'm really new to it, and compared to the vast majority of people here, like to the point where actually Unreal seemed like it would be the easier thing to work with than Unity to a certain extent. And we managed to bash a lot of this stuff out quite quickly, largely because of the blueprint system and things like that, and not having to actually get elbows deep into code and stuff like that. I didn't write really a single line of code all weekend. We just managed to do it without it, and I think that can help a lot. Just keep the scale down and not too much messing about.
So you were the lead designer. So who came up with the game idea? How did the game develop? Was it one person, or did you pull it out of a hat?
The initial thing that came up was the programmer basically said, I can send a message from the game to your phone, and we were like, no way. Yeah. And that's just how everything came up. And then it was like, okay, what kind of game can you make for this? And we went with the whole hacking idea, where it's like you've been recruited by this hacking organization. It's kind of like a Black Mirror thing where you're getting this like cryptic messages, and like we even got it to send a voice recording with like text to speech, which got a lot of people to go like, oh, no way. Yeah. And from that we just kept building on because we had the team of time and like changing the future. So it's like a really thematic thing. You got this like big organization that's got people's information, it's like a database facility, and you're hacking it, and you're working together with a lot of other people who are also recruited. So it was just like thinking about creative little puzzles and like how we can bring it all together. And like the name of the game also comes from the concept that it's a bunch of people recruited and you're all like fighting for the same thing.
What's the name of the game? I don't think anyone said it yet.
You gonna say which one you're gonna say?
You guys, I want you guys to say it. They haven't been able to get it right the whole weekend.
It's had 2 or 3 names. It started as Chronos, and then
it's not Chronos.
No, has it ended up Congruence?
Yes.
I knew I'd get it eventually. Congruence.
All right. Yeah. It's game jam game. Things change all the time. So explain why you won the Innovation and Creativity Award because of this text messaging system. And
I think most of that's kind of on, if I'm honest, Adam. I was convincing him to come to the game jam because we've been chatting about it for nearly a year, like just in the pub. He just went, you know what, I just found out this weekend, and like as soon as he said it, I just went mind blown.
Yeah.
Just riffed off that, and I think this is a perfect opportunity just to have a bit of pressure and be like, right, we've got 48 hours to try and just churn something out in relation to it.
I would say we had like a really good team. We were able to, well, we just met each other in person on the Friday. Well, met Jeff like a couple of weeks ago, yeah. But it was a good rift of people, good like Cameron done. Yeah.
Good diversity of skills between us. I think as soon as we locked onto the idea of what we could do with the concept, we all just kind of knew, right, well, I know what my strong point is, I know what I can do. I'll just start building it Unreal, and then we just kind of like built it from there, I think. So
final question for the programmer, because obviously there was a lot of tech used in this. Are people going to be able to download this from DevPost and use the text message system, or is it too special, or will it work if they download it?
If I can figure out a way that it doesn't cost me a fortune to run it, either in its current form, or we'll just need to do a bit of tweaking on it. I think maybe just to make it a bit sort of longer term.
So at the moment, is it text messages and it costs you for the text messages?
So every test, every demo we had today, everything out of my pocket.
It was actually really popular with people going around, and he ended up like paying so much money because like everyone would look at people sitting down and playing, and they would be like picking up their phone and listening to stuff and be like, "What's going on here?" Sit down as well, and he was just going like, "Oh no."
So you'd be really annoyed if you didn't win an award. It was worth it in the end. All right. So thanks very much. Team name again?
Next level.
Next _ level. See if the Twitter name is available. All right. Thanks, guys, and congratulations for winning Best Innovation and Creativity at Jamchester 2017.
Thanks.